So it really, Steve is the one who brewed this beer. It was his concept, and in cooperation with Verena Street, put the whole recipe together and kind of figured out the coffees and stuff. But this is the guy that put it together.
Well, I think it was last year Brewfest at Potosi Brewfest last summer. Ran into Eric Gantz, and we had just met and found out a bit about what he does, and with Verena Street Coffee, and it's like, well, we should do a collaboration beer together, and we just figured the stout would be a good beer style to do this to do that with. So kind of started there, and then after we got finished with a lot of the startup commissioning the new brewery, we got to look at doing some special projects like that one, and that's when we contacted Verena Street and started going with the idea. And started throwing some ideas around as far as different coffees to use, different types of stouts that might work well with the coffee, and just kind of grew from there.
And it was before my time here, but you guys didn't necessarily even know which coffee blends you were going to use right away, right? I mean, you were kind of experimenting. The Shot Tower Espresso, blend, those grounds really ended up being a great one. But then you also used, whatever smaller percentage of a lighter roast that really kind of offset the Shot Tower. And I know when I first got here in February, it was really still a very kind of small collaboration project at that point. It was just supposed to be an on-tap beer. We weren't even sure we were going to package it. And I think it was literally my first day on the job, and I tasted it. It was amazing. And then we took it to the Dubuque on Ice Brew Fest, and it went over really, really well there, and then some other fests we did, and made the decision pretty quick to kind of pursue the branding idea of going with the Shot Tower, changing it from a coffee stout to an espresso stout, because it really does have that real espresso flavor from those beans, and then worked out this branding, and really tried to incorporate the Dubuque scene and the Shot Tower profile and everything into it.
It's got a nice malt body, a lot of things going for the beer style that can support some nice strong coffee flavors. So it was really just kind of a nice fit.
Yeah, I mean, it's very complementary. There are a few other beer styles that people do with coffees out there. You'll see some brown ales, which can work really well. You'll see some porters here and there, but stouts are the most common. And like I said, I mean, there's already kind of a natural, depending on the type of stout you're doing, but there's a natural kind of sweetness and sometimes some kind of chocolate notes and sweet notes that can go really well with the coffee. And with the espresso, I think it hit pretty well. Mm-hmm. It's nice to have something that is a local Dubuque product in a way, brewed here and with a Dubuque coffee that hopefully will get us some notice. And it's just fun if you go out in Dubuque, maybe to meet more people that drink your beers, and you can chat it up and stuff. So I think that could be good for us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.